Hey guys, it's the nerd half of this Nerdtroverts duo, and today is my birthday! Well, not today, but hopefully when this goes up, it'll be my birthday. Because on my birthday I'm actually going to be in Hawaii. That's like a different thing. For my birthday, 21st, I thought I would look back on some of the books that I've read that have shaped me or shaped my reading or just had an impact on me in some way or another. So let's jump into it. The first book I want to talk about is The Yellow Tractor. This and all of these others behind it were the books that I read when I was young. My dad would read them to me as I was going to bed, and this was my favourite. I can literally recite this word for word without looking. Actually, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to make it a side video, so if you want to see that, there'll be a link somewhere. So this book really cemented my love for reading, and this is where it all started. Little 4 or 5 year old me loving a story about a guy buying a bunch of different stuff and starting with a tractor and ending with eggs. That's kind of really sad. Depreciating value of things, am I right? The next books that I want to talk about are the Pony Pal books. I've only picked up 4, but I think I had something like 30 books. So I was a pony girl. I'm one of those stereotypical girls who likes ponies. I'm not going to apologise for it. And this is the first series I ever read, I think. And I really loved it. It's basically just about these 3 girls who all have ponies, all have horses, and they ride them and they do various things. I don't really remember, but I loved these books so much. And this, again, continued to spur me on to continue to want to read more books as I got older. But these were the ones of my childhood. These were the ones that I loved. The next series I want to talk about is 39 Clues by several different people. This one by Rick Riordan, author Percy Jackson, funnily enough. But you know, I didn't know that at the time because I read this first. Missing from here are the cards that are in let me be real and dorky with you for a second. I would put all of these cards and the secret files and stuff in a little bag, and I didn't realize that's what I was doing at the time, but looking back I'm I had a go bag full of 39 clues, which was just something that I find so funny looking back. That's something that 11-year-old me did, was shove all of these clues in a bag to pick it up and run when I was ready. I was a strange child. But this series, written by several different people, is about these, I think 12 and 14-year-old siblings who are racing to find 39 clues and win something. But I just loved this. It's one of the first series that I remember following through to the end. I remember finding out about it at a Scholastics Day at my elementary school. We called it primary school. And just there was an online thing that you could do as well, and this was just such a great book and a great series, and I loved it so much. And even now I tried reading Cahill's versus Vespers, but I just haven't finished it. I don't know if I ever will, don't know if I ever need to, but I just loved this series so much. This is one of the books that shaped me and had an impact on my reading, on how much I read, on why I read. Now the next books that I want to talk about, I have talked about before, and that is the Percy Jackson series. This is a book that I read when I was 13 or 14, and starting from Percy Jackson spiraled this Mortal Instruments, Divergent, Harry Potter. From there, this is I didn't read Harry Potter until I was 16. This is the book that, I know it's children's fiction, but led me to YA series and growing as a reader and reading more and more, because I was sort of reading books that the school would give you, or for challenges at school. I never was really just reading for leisure, not really. And this is the series that started that. This is a book that has hugely shaped me, and the kind of things that I like to read and the kind of expectations I have, it stemmed from here. So Percy Jackson, my fave. So this next book series you might never have heard of, because this is a series that my mum read growing up, and it's the Trixie Belden series by, I don't even know who it's by, Julie Campbell. This was a series about, I think she was 13 13-year-old girl called Trixie and her friends and siblings were part of the BWGs, or the Bob Whites of the Glen was what their club was called, and about them being independent and solving mysteries, and it was just so wonderful, and I loved it so much. There was something like 36 books and I read them all, and I loved them so much. It's a little worse for wear, like it's kind of like falling apart at the seams. It's like taped together and held together by like willpower. But this was just such like an influential book on me. I think this is the one my mum gave me after Pony Pals, because there's horses in it. And I think she was like, this is a series that I liked, like you'll probably like it as well. And she was right. I did. I loved it. And I kind of wish that it was now, so that there would be people I could talk to about it. So if you have read Trixie Belden and you loved it, talk to me in the comments, because I want to talk to someone. Next book I want to talk about less has like influenced me or like changed me as a person, but more it's just like made me want to read more diverse books, and that's Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. And you might look at me a bit weirdly for that, but this is, I realise, is the first book I've read where the protagonist is gay or just LGBT in any way. Like I just hadn't read that before, which is a surprise to me, and it sort of made me kind of reevaluate my bookshelf and realise I don't have any books with people of colour protagonists or LGBT protagonists, and I need to change that. And so that's what reading this book did. Not only is it like a great book and I loved it, but it made me realise that I'd never read a book featuring a protagonist that wasn't white or straight, and I need to change that. And I haven't been able to buy many books this year, but you bet you'll ask for my birthday. I'm trying to change that. If you have any diverse book recommendations, let me know. I need them. I need to diversify my bookshelf. And the last book I'm going to talk about is Tash Hearts Tolstoy by, I don't know who this is by Catherine Ormsby. So Tash Hearts Tolstoy is important to me because of the protagonist, Tash, who is asexual, and so am I. And up until I read this book, I hadn't really thought that I needed the representation in books or movies. Like, I knew it was important, but I thought it was more important for other people because I already knew who I was, and I didn't need to see it on screen because I know who I am and I don't need that validation. And that's what I thought until I read this, and I realised, holy crap, I really needed this character in my life, because the thoughts that she has and the way that she sees the world and sees people and the fears she has when it comes to relationships are very relevant to me. And I didn't realise how important it was to see an asexual get the guy and have a happy ending. I didn't think it would be that important to me, but it is. And words cannot describe how much I loved this book, because not only was the plot good, it was such an interesting story, but the importance of the asexual protagonist, like, it's not sort of like brushed over and it's not done really quickly. There very much are in-depth paragraphs about what it means to be asexual and the thoughts and fears that you have, and I have never connected to a character more. And I've connected to characters, but just never like this, and I just never realised how important it was to me. So this is a book that I am so thankful exists, because it really helped in a way that I didn't know that I needed to be helped. Okay, that is it. That is all of the books that I have read throughout my life that have impacted me and molded me into the person that I am today. And if you guys have read any of those books, let me know. Let's have a discussion. I love talking about books. So comment down below and let's get talking. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe so you can see it. Bye guys!